Maltbie. This is Maltbie's Minutes on the market, April 2021. Getting ready for some pretty big events this month. We are looking at our MMI market indicators. We're looking at our singular research update director's letter, an important epic IPO coming, and our equity idea of the month. So jump in. Our market indicators are still bullish and even an uptick, slightly more so, led by sentiment indicator, well, actually no, led by technical indicators, liquidity, earnings momentum, and monetary stimulus. Speaking of which, the great helicopters from the sky continue to drop barrels of money upon us. Fiscal stimulus package just approved. We're talking about essentially what amounts to a 15% boost to GDP, pretty big, and this is on top of our existing monetary stimulus with the Fed maintaining liquidity in the markets and stimulating the economy there. So lots of stimulation here, very good for stocks. We have the singular research list, which has been powerful in year to date. To get to some of the statistics here, up 36% versus the Russell 2000 up 12%, trailing 12-month return up 147%, with outperforming the Russell, which is up 89%. Credit returns. That's all I can say about it. This will not last at these levels, obviously. We've been driven by a combination of recovery stocks combined with cryptocurrencies. Last month, for example, Voyager Digital up 68%, followed closely by Olympic Steel, ticker symbol Zeus, up 65%. So you have the gist of it in a snapshot. Crypto, a hedge against inflation and fiat currency being created, combined with the reopening trade, steel service company. So good stuff there. We got new initiations coming. We'll talk about how to access those in a minute. But let's get to the possibly most important IPO since Facebook in terms of its magnitude and impact. It's Coinbase, the long-awaited $100 billion deal coming to market very soon. By the time you look at this, it's probably out trading up 40-50%. On fire, revenues up ninefold in the first quarter of this year. You just look like incredible growth. 56 million users. You have assets under management, 223 billion. Again, this thing's doubling every quarter. Incredible growth, incredible interest in crypto. So you have to ask yourself how much is left and how much of this bubble. And the more you ask yourself, it seems like the more that you miss. So it looks like Coinbase will allow institutional ownership. Institutions heretofore largely on the sidelines, some involvement, but that is reopening a lot of demand or tapping into a lot of demand. Globally, asset allocators are talking about allocating 3 to 5% into this Bitcoin crypto asset class. You look at the numbers, you look at the magnitude of that, and that equates to about $420,000 in terms of a coin, because that allocation is way low. So big news there for cryptos and Bitcoin. Equity idea of the month, dominant, exciting company in another exciting industry. It's Genius Sports that has been SPACed. Its symbol is DMYD, which has nothing to do with Genius. It's the name of the sponsor, and soon to be turned into GENI. The saying is, if you can invest in a monopoly, do it. The second best thing is invest in a duopoly. Essentially, that's what you have here with the sports data industry. The online sports betting is right there with crypto, incredible growth. More and more states need the tax dollars and are legalizing this. And what do they need? What do the bookies need? What do the vendors need? They need data, and they need more and more data. And they need data for in-play gaming, which is another big growth vehicle. That is a big driver for Genius. They're number 2, but closing on number 1 quickly. And they just signed a huge deal. They just signed up the NFL as client, and that popped the stock about 40%. We increased our estimates and revenues. Stock trades at about 19. Our 12-month target is 28. So some great room for upside there with the Genius Sports, ticker DMYD, soon to be GENI. So we have a very exciting month here in April. We're looking at lots of big events. We're looking at more growth, more room for growth in the equity market, in the macro equation. Equity still under-owned, and there's still a lot of cash on the sidelines. The estimate is equities are about 30% of the net worth portfolio. It's more on the low side historically, and we have over $4.4 trillion on the sidelines in money market and cash equivalents. That's still a huge amount of cash to drive things higher. Visit our website, sign up for a free trial, singularresearch.com, 14-day trial. More ideas coming. Get some alpha in your portfolio. I'm Robert Maltbie. This is Maltbie's Minute on the Market.